you, is the world flat or is the world round? What is flat? What is round? If I walk on the top here, I'm walking on the flat surface of the curvature. Here's a round. I put it up. It's flat all around. But then again, what is round? Round? Flat and round? I want to ask you a question. If the Earth had a bump in it, right? If the Earth had a bump in it, right? Let's say this is the North Pole. Can I fly around this way? I've been Googling it up and I'm finding nothing. I know I can go around the Earth this way. I know I can go around the Earth this way. I know I can go around the Earth this way. But can I go around the Earth this way? Will the compasses actually work? What are the compasses actually made for? Secondly, even if this was round, right? Even if this was round, I have the disc on the inside. What cookie would you like? I don't see the Earth moving. It's moving at 1,000 miles an hour. But this is not moving. I can take this, right, on the inside and move the outside at it's 1,000 miles an hour, right? But the inside ain't moving. I can take this, let me just take the center out. I can have my poles on my round Earth. Top is round, bottom is round. Maybe the Earth is this way because everybody says the Earth is not round as in height, but it has more of a length. So if I put the Earth this way, right, and then fill it all up inside of here, that will be your actual round Earth. So we have the course. So they say the Earth is this way. So if we did want to go around the Earth, we would have to be doing it on about 125-degree angle, making the large part of the Earth, or what part of the Earth, equals to the 360 degrees of movement, or is it 288 times 1.25 equaling to 360, which 19 times 19, or the mirror image in numeric values, equaling to 361, except for moon values, the Hebrew calendar, if I get this correctly, is as short as 354 days, and it is long as 384 days, making the 354 the 369, as 369 would be your average, yet we're still living in 365, 366. So as the 354, if I had to get the average out of that at 365 and X point number of days, I would take the 384 of the moon, and do I have a calculator here? Let me see something. 384 divided by 28 equals to 13.714285. Again, you remember that Mayan number, right? And again, you remember Kobe, if you watch his video, 137? Numeric value for the red sun, 714285 is all over the Mayan grid-like board. And that is your Hebrew calendar. And this is the same thing we get on the Mayan, whatever you want to call it. So to end this video, yeah. So let's just fill in this Earth. We're going to put mountains. We'll hold the oceans in. Now, how would the oceans go around? Remember, if you're going around from pole to pole, this is what you would be going around. And it would be moving. 135-degree angle, right, or a 45-degree angle would be actually this. And we're wobbling, right? So we're just wobbling like this. What would a pole shift give us? Would it turn us this way? Now, if the Earth was weighted, if the Earth was really weighted, okay, you know what I mean by a weight? And you say, well, we can flood the entire Earth. Well, the only way to flood the entire Earth is that if they say there's not actually gravity, but there's another word for it. How can we flood the Earth if we were upside down? Is everything being pulled towards the center? I don't want to get into that. I'm not smart enough. I don't know the answers. I can tell you, as we turn this, if I can put, just give me a second. Now the thing is, we would question the Earth, right? We're questioning the Earth. Now if I can have all these tubes moving, right? All these tubes moving, 1 second, and we have to understand, let's turn the center of the Earth. Look, I'm turning. Nothing's happening because the rolling pin is in the Earth. We have to knead the dough, the middle of the Earth, getting the middle of the Earth for the energy in the middle of the Earth, and we spin, but nothing's spinning. This is one of my art pieces that, as I turn each one of these, I get a different design, and as I turn it around, we keep getting different designs, but I need a contractor to come in and finish this for me, unless I take a little bit more time. So we're going to take this and our flat and round Earth on this angle where the water's going, why the rivers are moving. If you take a look at the Great Lakes, right, which is Lake Huron, H-O-M-E. Lake Erie is the E, Huron is the H, O, and then M. I don't remember it, but this is my rendition on the flat Earth. What other designs? I just want to show one other design that in the position of 2, 4, 6, and 8, we have it this way. You see the M and M come together. The Magen-David star will link these two. We also have it this way, where 1, 3, 7, and 9, where we have 2 is empty, 4 is empty, 6 is empty, and 8 is empty. So what numbers do we give this? The 5 is not empty. Do you see the, do you understand? 1, look how big 2 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, if this one was just as big as the other ones, stop. That's what this creates. And it also shows, see this one here, they're all time clocks, right? See the hourglasses? It's also part of the stop sign when we create it this way. And I'm going to continue on at the same time. It's KKKK, KKK 33, one more K 44. Continuing on into the designing of this, eventually we will lose connections. If you notice over here in this design, I cannot explain to you why, but this is a fox head. The ears, the long nose, this is the fox. Now the fox always says the passage in the sun. I want to let you know there's another way to do this design, because in here I have 4, right? I could have went over, you see, I started off with these 4 corners. I made it larger. I could have also just come into the corner here, which I'm going to do at the end of the design. Okay, so we're going to make this design a little bit more speedy. I'm going to take the camera off, and I want you to watch how this whole design develops. Now, is it circuitry? I don't know. Is it plumbing? I don't know. The reality of this design is there could only be 3 pieces or 2 pieces in this whole design, and the rest of the design does not exist, right? Taking that we own this piece of the design and this piece of the design and nothing else. These 2 do not exist other than the mere image of what is above is below, what is above is below. But we know that the angle of our sun and the angle of the rain and the angles are here. The second thing I wanted to do was to do this, right? To do this. We could have just made it this way, right? And the last part is the extension, right? Instead of making these big boxes, I can just make all these quarter boxes. And now we have the inside area. Now you see this over here, right? Now we're going to put a body. Pretend these are legs. You see the crossing, the mark here and the mark here? The same sort of design as this over here. I can't actually show you other than you know the way the J letter is? We have the body, we have the head, and Jack has his legs spread. Between two sides, right over here. Okay, he's connected to two sides. Here is the bottom where the earth is. Do we live on earth? He sees, when you put it this way, you see him looking to the left. When you put it this way, you see him looking to the right. When you put it this way, you see him going straight down. And then here's Jack's head, the E-world link. So from where we are, and anyways, the word Jack in Florida, Jack or Jacob Boca, Raphael 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Like I said, if this was only one single square, right, I would only have taken this design, sorry, a little bit different. Right, I'm just going to do this design one more time. And the reason I'm doing this design one more time is for what I could have done instead of what I did. Where is my square? Did I have to touch this? Yeah, I touched it. So we're going to touch it here. I'm going to touch it here. Right. And then what I could have did, right, is I could have just added on to this if I wanted. You see the way the add-on comes in? And then the second add-on would come in, would be like this. You see the way the 8 has now connected the whole board? See this over here, like the red cross? And now I have this 8 here. I can put my other 8 over here, linking them together. And I'm talking about the single square. Now, I'm getting a little lost in this video. What I also wanted to do is when I went around the square, I didn't want to go all the way. I also wanted to keep it small. You know what? Let's just not say anymore and just let's leave it at that. Can you see the way the not sure if you can see this, but you see the way it's, and the top of the pyramid is missing here. And then if we did this over here, we'd have the top of the pyramid over here, right? Now imagine if this folded in. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. No, I'm not going to add any more onto this video. I just want to thank you that this is my design. I own this trademark. I own this patent. Anyways, stop before I step on myself. Thank you for watching.